Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pedro here. So the Washington football team just lost to the Los Angeles Chargers 20-16. So I'm going to be recapping the game, talking about players that impressed and players that did not look good today. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content. Also with that like button and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. Let's get right into it. Man, what a gut-wrenching loss by the Washington football team. They lose by 4 points, but they definitely could have won this game. So let's go over real quick before I talk about, the players I thought played well and the players I didn't think played well. Let's talk about the reasons why the Washington football team lost this game. First off, we had the ball up by 3 and, in the fourth quarter at the 6-yard line, and Antonio Gibson fumbles the ball, and instead of us having a chance to move down the field, milk some clock, and possibly score, Gibson fumbles the ball inside, our 5-yard line, and the Chargers score right away once they, get on the field. That just really kills you. That's like a momentum killer right there. Your defense just made a huge play. They've been getting burned the whole game. They finally make a big play in the end zone. You get the ball back. You have the lead. And then Gibson fumbles it right at the 5-yard line. So that's a huge, huge swing because you have the chance to score, and now they score 7 points right after that. That was an absolute killer. He definitely played well besides that, but it doesn't matter. He really killed us there. He had a great game besides that one play, but the one play that he, didn't play well in, it was very, very, very costly right there. Really unfortunate because besides that, he had a really good day, 20 carries for 90 yards, 4.5 yards per carry. Also had 3 catches for 18 yards. Did have one drop there, but just really unfortunate because that play really killed us. Another thing, Ron Rivera really probably should not of punt on that fourth and 7. We should have probably gone for it right there, and it's just unfortunate because we only ended up gaining 17 yards on that punt because we had a penalty after that. So that was definitely a questionable decision. And also the defense, they were not good today, and we only allowed 20 points, but the Chargers offense was moving down the field so easily, and it really hurt Washington's offense because the offense didn't have many opportunities to get the ball, especially with Taylor Heinicke at quarterback, because the Chargers offense had the ball for 5, 6, 7, 8+ minutes every single time. There was only one possession in this game that I can remember where the Chargers went 3 and out, or they they were on offense for only 4 or 5 plays. Besides that, our defense was getting carved up, and it's really unfortunate. I thought, let's go to the defense right here just so I can see the stats. I thought Cole Holcomb played okay. William Jackson looked good. He did get beat a couple times, but I thought for the most part he looked pretty good out there. I thought Montez Sweat was pretty good. He got a sack technically with that forced fumble. I thought Chase Young was okay today. He was pretty good in the run game. Didn't get enough pressure, though, in my opinion. Should have gotten more pressure, especially at some points in the game. He was going up against a backup tackle. He has to play better than that, but he was okay. And Jonathan Allen was solid. He got a sack in there and 3 total quarterback hits. And I thought, Cameron Curl started out the game pretty good, but after that, he allowed a couple big plays. But Benjamin St-Juste did not look good at all. He just kept on getting burned and burned and burned. He allowed 1 touchdown, but allowed so many other plays that were just killers. I mean, so many times Justin Herbert just absolutely killed our secondary. I didn't think he looked good, and I did not think Kendall Fuller looked good as well. Both of those guys really killed our secondary. I thought that William Jackson did look good, and the safeties also really didn't impress me too much. They both, all 3 of them had some good plays, but they also got beat a bunch of times. And also the thing is, I don't agree with what Ron Rivera did going for it, or not going for it on 4th and 7, but also you have to think the defense had a chance. It was third and 16. It was like third and 16 at their own like 15 yard, or maybe even less, at their own 12, 10 yard line, and Washington can't get that stop. If they get that stop, Washington gets the ball at like the 40-yard line. They got to go 60 yards, and with probably 5 minutes left. That's really, really, like, the defense did not show up today. Let's talk about the offense. Only scored 16 points. Overall, I don't think the offense looked great, but again, they barely had the ball because the Chargers offense had the ball so much. Fitzpatrick, really can't, evaluate him at all, really. He looked okay. I think he only played 1 or 2 possessions. He looked okay when he was playing, 3 for 6, 13 yards. Offensive line was not good when he was in. Taylor Heinicke, though, looked really, really good. 11 for 15, 122 yards, and 1 touchdown. Besides the first possession where he came in when Fitzpatrick was out, where he had 2 high passes, besides that, he looked really, really good. That ball to Terry was nice, giving him a chance to come down with the ball. He also had that nice kind of like whatever that was, shovel pass to, I think that was Terry as well. Taylor Heinicke played his butt off, and he's likely going to be the starter this week on Thursday just because it's a short rest. So I think they're going to give Heinicke another chance to show what he can do, and if he plays good again, I think he might end up being the starter. We'll see. Very, early to tell. And unfortunately, we barely got to see Ryan Fitzpatrick play. He threw 6 passes before he got hurt. Sam Cosmi, I think he improved as the game went on, but he did not look good. Bosa just kept on eating him up. I did not like what I saw from Sam Cosmi today. Granted, he was going up against a really good pass rusher in Joey Bosa, but, still didn't look good, especially in that first half. And one thing that I was really, really furious about this whole game, especially in the first half, is why the heck is James Smith-Williams and Casey Toohill in on 3rd and long situations? There was stretches where those two, James Smith-Williams or Casey Toohill, were in for 4 plays in a row. Chase Young and Montez Sweat do not need 4 plays off in a row. It's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous that on like a 3rd and 10 situation in the first quarter, both Chase Young and Montez Sweat were off the field. And I think that was in the red zone situation. And James Smith-Williams, got a neutral zone infraction, and that just killed us. Like, I do not understand why Chase Young and Montez Sweat are off the field so much. They need to be there a lot more than they are, especially on 3rd and long situations. The defense didn't get much pressure on the quarterback, but you have to take that with a little bit of a grain of salt because Justin Herbert was just releasing it so quickly because he knows that he doesn't have enough time. So that, the secondary has to play better knowing that Justin Herbert is going to be throwing it right away. The secondary did not look good today, besides a couple players. Jamin Davis, didn't really see much out of him today. But I didn't see any, bad plays from him, but, obviously got to go back and watch some film. Bostic was okay, but he missed a couple tackles as well. The linebackers overall, not great, but definitely not the weakness. William Jackson had a nice interception. Like I said, I think he played really well, and he was the best player on the secondary. He did get, beat a couple times, but still had some great coverage there. DeAndre Carter, he was another guy that looked really good out there. 3 returns for 65 yards and had a long return there for 31 yards. He was good out there, and he was good at, punt returns as well. 2 returns for 22 yards. Dustin Hopkins, he missed 1 kick. It was a 51-yarder, and that was after Sheriff had a penalty, so I'm not going to give him too much grief. He made, a 48-yarder, a 43-yarder, and, so, he was solid out there. Would have been nice if he would have made the 51, but, it's not the end of the world. It's definitely not the reason we lost the game. And, also Sheriff, he had a holding penalty and a false start. Brandon Sheriff should not be getting those type of penalties, especially a false start. Like, you might expect that from someone like Sam Cosmi, who's a rookie, who's going up against Joey Bosa, but Brandon Sheriff, who's one of the best guards in the NFL, been in this league for a long time. He cannot be doing that, especially when, that, took us out of field goal range, because I think if we're 5 yards closer, Hopkins maybe makes that. Jarrett Patterson had a couple carries, 2 carries for 9 yards, solid out there. I think they'll, ease him in, get him a couple, get him more involved as the season goes on. They only targeted J.D. McKissic once. Adam Humphries was okay. I didn't really like the offensive. I think the offensive play calling in the first half was okay, but especially in the last possession that Washington had, too many screens. Like De'Ami Brown had a screen. De'Ami Brown didn't have a great game. He did, draw a PI early, but besides that, didn't see much from him. Cam Sims had a nice catch, 1 catch for 17 yards. Logan Thomas had a really, really nice touchdown catch. And Terry McLaurin was good. He only got targeted 4 times. That also is ridiculous. They only threw 21 times, and that just shows how little time they had to pass. Little time they had, to have the ball on offense. I mean, our defense just was on the field the whole time, and they could not stop Justin Herbert and the Chargers. 31 for 47, 337 yards. It cannot happen. And yeah, it's a really gut-wrenching loss because we really had a chance to win this game. We were up by 3 with the ball at our own 6-yard line, and Gibson fumbles it. And then after that, we just didn't do anything. And I really, really hope this week against the Giants on Thursday Night Football, our defense steps up and plays a lot better. Because if we start off the season 0-2, and Danny Dimes, Danny Fumbles, lights us up, that is going to be really, really bad, and I'm going to be I already am concerned, but it's going to be even more concerning. So hopefully Ryan Fitzpatrick is okay, but I honestly want to see more from Taylor Heinicke. I want to see him play this week against the Giants, because he looked really good out there. I'll say this, Ryan Fitzpatrick, you didn't really have enough time to evaluate how he looked. He wasn't great, he wasn't terrible, but Heinicke, he was really good in those snaps. So I think he should get the nod this week and at least give Fitzpatrick some time to get 100% healthy before you put him back out there, and also give Heinicke another chance to show what he can do. But yeah, super, super unfortunate loss, and hopefully we can get this win against the Giants, because if we can't, it's going to be a bad 10 days after that. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new, and turn on those notifications so you never miss a video. Peace, guys.